Hey everybody. Today I want to talk about the NFA and what do you guys think about it? If you like my content, please like, comment, and subscribe. So the NFA, for those of you who don't know, is the National Firearms Act, and it was um, made law back in like 1933, 1934, and it made machine guns, short-barreled rifles, short-barrel shotguns, and suppressors. Uh, if you wanted to have them, you had to register them with the NFA, pay a tax stamp, and then you get put on this registry. So that's been in effect for a long time. Most recently they've eliminated the tax stamp on, I think, everything but machine guns, but definitely short barrel rifles, short barrel shotguns, and suppressors. I don't know if they definitely haven't lifted it off of machine guns yet, but I'm kind of torn. I don't own any NFA items. And the reason why I don't is because historically it rubbed me the wrong way that I have to pay the $200 tax, go through all the paperwork, and they just made it irritating and a hassle to do it. And then there's all these extra laws. You know, if you wanted to move to a different state, you had to notify them, notify the ATF, notify the government. And I go back and forth. Now that they've lifted the tax stamp, you still have to be registered um, for the items that they took the tax away from, or the tax is now zero. But I go back and forth because, on the one hand, I don't want to be on the registry. I don't want to have to ask permission to take it out of state, or there's all this other legality on top of regular firearm ownership if you have an NFA item. But then on the other hand, by not participating, by not owning a suppressor, by not owning a short-barreled rifle or a machine gun or a short-barreled shotgun, any of these things that are on the NFA, are you giving the gun control people what they want by not participating? So that's kind of the back and forth I go with whenever I think about it. Now, I haven't. The other part of it is, in order to, if you're buying a brand new item, a brand new suppressor or a brand new um, short-barreled rifle from the manufacturer, from the distributor, from a gun shop that is selling it, an NFA item to you, you have to fill out the paperwork, and that paperwork has to be approved before you can take possession of the item. And my understanding is, like, if I go to my local gun store and they're selling a suppressor or they're selling a short-barreled rifle or some other NFA item, I have to complete the transaction, pay for everything in full, and then they hold on to it while the ATF does the paperwork, which is also irritating to me. Because if you could pass a background check for buying a gun, you want to buy a Glock off the shelf, you get a background check, it's a yes or no. And if it's a yes, you get it, pay for it, go home that same day. Why isn't it the same for a short-barreled rifle or a suppressor or a short-barreled shotgun or a machine gun? If you could pass the background check, which um, that's another discussion on whether having to pass a background check for buying a firearm is an infringement or not. I think it is, but we have background checks at the same gun store. So why can't you just do your background check, take it home that day? It has to have all these extra processes with it. So what do you guys think? Are you, and I know as far as work and stuff, I'm on a bunch of lists. I've done background checks and worked on government facilities, on base, airports, all sorts of stuff. So I know I'm on lists, and I've bought guns before, so I'm on those lists. My 4473s have all the information on them. But what do you guys think? Are you get a suppressor or buy an NFA item and have it, or are you a, hey, I'm not going to participate in the infringement that is the NFA? Which camp are you on? And is there middle ground? The list part doesn't bother me. It's just, for me, it's more irritating that I have to go through all this extra process. And the more time goes by, the more I think that it's better to have it. And once it's in my possession, and I haven't moved in 20 years, so moving out of state, I don't know how big of an issue that is. It's just that I would have to tell them if I did move. But I think having it, being able to use it, suppressor is really what I'm looking at, because the being able to shoot with less hearing protection, being more hearing safe. I do have some hearing damage from I work in construction, and I've picked up some hearing damage, and it's cumulative, so it doesn't grow back. So I want to preserve the hearing that I have. When I go shooting, I do wear Ear Pro and double up. And when I'm at work, I wear Ear Pro and double up. But it'd be nice to have a suppressor. Maybe if technology gets good enough, be able to shoot without hearing protection. That'd be cool. What do you guys think? Get the NFA item, stick it to the man, protest by not participating in their system? Where do you guys land? What do you think? Let me know in the comments.